Sleep 2 Business Genius, Business History Fact number 12 of 107-minute read. The bench that became a bank. The word bank comes from the Italian banca, meaning bench. It was the money changer's wooden bench in the medieval marketplace where modern banking was born, one transaction at a time. By Sleep to Business Genius, Business History, Medieval Italy, 1200s 1400s. A medieval money changer's bench, the banca, with scales, coins, and ledger. From this simple piece of furniture, an entire global industry took its name. Let your thoughts settle. And follow a word, just one word, back to its origin. The word is bank. You hear it dozens of times a week. Bank account. Bank transfer. Central bank. Investment bank. It is so familiar, so ordinary, that it barely registers as a word at all. It is just a fact of the modern world, like electricity or the internet. But bank began as something far more modest. It began as a piece of furniture. A wooden bench, set up in an Italian marketplace, behind which a money changer sat with his scales, his ledger, and his piles of coin. The bench, banca in Italian, was where the financial world was born. Not in a vault or a counting house, but in the open air of a medieval market, in the noise and color of ordinary commerce. The money changer and his bench. Medieval Italy, 1200s, the origins of financial services. Medieval Europe was a monetary chaos. Dozens of currencies circulated simultaneously: Florentine florins, Venetian ducats, English pennies, French livres, Spanish maravedis, and hundreds of local coinages issued by cities, bishops, and petty lords. Anyone trading across borders needed to convert between them, and that conversion required expertise, trust, and physical presence. The money changer filled this role. Sitting behind his banca in the market, he would assess the metal content of foreign coins, apply the current exchange rate, and provide the traveler or merchant with local currency. He kept a ledger of his transactions, extended informal credit to trusted customers, and over time began to accept deposits, holding coins safely for merchants who did not want to carry them on dangerous roads. From deposit-taking, it was a small step to lending. A money changer who held deposits from 10 merchants could lend a portion of those deposits to an 11th, collecting interest and returning the principal when the depositor demanded it. This is the essential mechanism of banking, and it was discovered not by theorists or kings, but by practical men behind wooden benches in Italian marketplaces. Banca rota. The phrase banca rota, broken bench, is the origin of the English word bankruptcy. When a medieval money changer could not meet his obligations, the authorities would literally break his bench in the marketplace as a public declaration that he was insolvent and no longer permitted to trade. The broken bench was a symbol of financial ruin, and the word it gave us is still in daily use, 6 centuries later. From bench to institution. The transition from individual money changer to formal banking institution happened gradually across the 13th and 14th centuries. The great Florentine banking families, the Bardi, the Peruzzi, the Medici, transformed what had been a one-person operation into multi-branch enterprises with sophisticated accounting systems, correspondent relationships in cities across Europe, and standardized financial instruments. The letter of credit, developed in medieval Italy, allowed a merchant to deposit money with a banker in Florence and withdraw the equivalent in London or Bruges, without carrying coin across bandit-infested roads. This innovation, the separation of the movement of money from the physical movement of metal, was the foundation of the modern financial system. And through all of it, the word banca remained. As the simple bench evolved into the marble halls of the Renaissance bank, as those evolved into the central banks of the 17th century, as those evolved into the global financial institutions of today, the word never changed. It still means what it meant to that first money changer, a place where money sits, moves, and multiplies. Every bank in the world today carries the memory of a bench in a medieval marketplace. Tags: Banking history, banca, etymology, a money changer's, medieval Italy, a history of finance, business history, sleep learning, economic history. Sleep to Business Genius weaves 100 fascinating business history facts into soothing, story-driven narratives. This is fact number 12 of 100. Part of 100 Facts About Business to Fall Asleep To, available as a full narrated video on YouTube.